We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Ihmir Smith-Marsette now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Play action now, Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Peters. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. The Broncos at 5-10 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Operating from the gun, McLeod. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Looking to throw on second down. McLeod. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jerome Bentley. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This defense for the Chiefs, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On play action, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charlie's face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. Off the play fake, McLeod. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Torres. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Torres. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Touchdown, Kansas City. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets out. Oh, what are we doing?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Peters. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Juju in motion left. Well, they'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Prescott. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Off play action. McLeod escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. McLeod. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Torres. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, McLeod. That's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Prescott on 1st down. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Peters. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try to left side. Peters. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 5. Prescott off play action. McKinnon here, it's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Point after here coming up. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their nenext drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, racing to the end zone. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot.
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. In motion, the tight end. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Peters. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
1st down 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. McLeod. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
That's good.
And again, it's Prescott. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll look to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands, because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 53 yards. And the Chiefs get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
31-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Turn it up, fellas. Turn it up. Here we go. Here we go.
Right back to him on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Now Mills on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. There's a nice move, and he'll be out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Looking to throw. McLeod. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. And obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Chiefs 41, Broncos 17.
Yeah? We got more without another day in the office.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
All day. In it to win it.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peters. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play action now. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Wolf. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw on 3rd down, McLeod. That is caught down inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Flushed out right.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Lutz will look to add the extra point.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the end zone is Smith-Marsette. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On play action, Prescott. Now he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And now they're in the hurry up. On second down now. It's Peters, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. McLeod. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
54, Broncos 17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Set to kick off.
From the end zone is Smith-Marsette. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.